Hi, good morning, everyone. Thought I'd use the yellow, the sunshine. We've hit another full week. It's Friday, deep breath. So today what we wanted to do is give you a little bit more information on E-rate. As we know, back, June 23rd, every day it seems like something's changing as you've all been working so hard with the reopen plans. So what we want to do today is bring some information in regards to the E-rate on the most up-to-date information that we have. I know some of you know that Proven IT does have an E-rate SPIN number. And most recently, we now have a consultant as well. So Jim Kerr today will be doing a presentation to give you the ins and outs of E-rate. So whether if you know very little about the E-rate or you're a pro, because I've had some of you tell me you are, please join us, have fun, ask questions. However, we're going to make sure it's to 15 minutes because if we have one more webinar, we're going to lose our minds, right? But anyways, we're going to blame that on Tom at the end, Tom Bazan, my coworker, if he goes over. So again, here's Jim Kerr. He is our E-rate consultant. And again, we're going to hold questions to the end. If you have, please stay on. If you don't have time to stay on, we can always set up a one-to-one appointment. All right, let's go.
All right. Thanks for allowing me to share today. My name is Jim Kerr. I'm principal consultant with E-rate ProfitWorks KB & Associates. We are a service provider and manufacturer consultant and here to assist Proven in disseminating some good timely information as to what's going on with E-rate and with the CARES/HEALS Act stabilization. So everybody's familiar with some of the changes that have been made and some of the allowances that have been made. They have suspended the gift rule for improving broadband connections or equipment for telehealth and remote working for E-rate. So the $20 rule still stays in effect for personal donations, or for gifting. But as far as ITs are allowed to, or you're allowed to as a school district or healthcare entity to receive gifts outside of that. They've also extended certain program deadlines. And then community use. So if you set up a Wi-Fi access in a parking lot, for instance, and allow the general public to come in and utilize that connection, it is now eligible to be done under E-rate. CARES Act had $13.5 billion for K-12 and emergency relief grants, and specifically for one-to-one devices and internet service for students without laptops with Wi-Fi access. So that in conjunction with E-rate, it can be utilized as part of the E-rate as long as you're extending your Wi-Fi connectivity, internet access, improving bandwidth, those kinds of things. The current status of the HEALS/HEROES Act is kind of in limbo. The original HEALS Act put out by the House had $90 billion in it. The HEALS Act from the Senate had $105 billion, and approximately 65% or $65 billion of that amount was earmarked for K-12. Make sure you talk to your senators in particular to get something passed sooner rather than later. We believe that that's going to become necessary given the budgets and the typical methodology that states use to start whacking educational budgets first, unfortunately, in these kinds of situations. So another thing that's very timely at this point, the eligible services list for E-rate has been out for a few weeks now. The cutoff for the original comments was the 20th of this month. The cutoff for reply comments is the 4th of next month. So we have a very narrow window to reply to those comments. Make sure that you get on that agenda and make sure that you are active in this, particularly as an end user. We're really looking for end users to get active on this. We believe that we can get, at the very minimum, next generation firewalls eligible under E-rate as 100% eligible. The only thing that wouldn't be eligible is content filtering. The other comments are regarding school buses as mobile classrooms and allowing MiFi devices to be eligible both for the devices as well as the circuits. Again, you can find the link there under the FCC filings, and we really recommend that you do that as soon as possible. Here's what it looks like when you actually do submit a comment. It's all there for all to see, and it's a good thing. If we get a few hundred of these, we believe that those things can become eligible. Demos and evals, as far as E-rate is concerned, make sure that you do not have a demo or eval going on longer than 15 days during your 470 window, that 28-day period. 15 days is the maximum length during which you can have a proof of concept, demo, bake-off, whatever you want to call it. You're allowed to have longer ones, but we recommend that you don't do them longer than 90 days. Otherwise, it may fall into the gifting period or gifting rules. Again, make sure you track the product delivery and get an RMA with a return receipt. Category 2 budget rules, you're probably all familiar with this, but we just want to make a placeholder here for that. Know that it's $167 per student in 2021 for a 5-year window. Here's an spending example. Again, some of the more esoteric issues that have come about because of the rule changes that were made at the end of 2019 are that Category 2 budgets will reset every 5 years, and then in 2021, it will be on a district-wide or library system basis and not on a per-site basis. And particularly those smaller sites have a minimum floor of $25,000 now as opposed to the old $9,200 rule. And again, $167 per student and $4.50 per square foot interior space for libraries on a 5-year rolling basis. We all know that the coronavirus has had significant impact on things like distance learning, bandwidth increases, VPN security for remote users. There's going to be staggered classrooms, which are going to have significant impact when you have 15 kids off campus and 15 kids on campus with a teacher, all expected to be in real time via networking. We think that this is going to have significant impact on networks. We want to be prepared for that. Again, the E-rate and the CARES Act are both good resources of funding to be able to do that. And last but not least, given recent announcement by states about budgets, it's all the more reason to utilize E-rate. There is plenty of funding available in Category 2. If you're having problems with the match, as many districts with lower discount rates do, we recommend that you work with your partners in the process to have leasing options so you can amortize your match up to 5 years over a 5-year period. And you can also do other things as far as rolling out and takedowns during the process to facilitate an earlier installation timeline as an example. And also managed internal broadband services is a really good way to also maximize utilization over a longer period of time. And with that, we appreciate your time and look forward to working with you in the future.
There you go.
Thank you, Jim. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tom Bazan. We appreciate you joining us virtually. As Carrie mentioned, I am the E-rate specialist here at Proven IT. I know Jim just walked through a lot of good information fairly quickly.
Quickly, did you catch that? Quickly.
We're going to try to stay under 15 minutes, but I just wanted to add that we understand your familiarity with E-rate is very different, but the goal today was just to share some information, some relevant news, because things are changing very quickly. Like Carrie mentioned, we know your focus is on reopening schools. That's your priority right now, but we just wanted to get across that Proven IT can be a resource for you, whether that's just becoming familiar with E-rate, what it is, how it works, how it can benefit you, but also for more of you that are extremely familiar with it, the long-term 5-year strategy from start to finish, how you can really leverage E-rate. Please don't hesitate to use both of us as a resource, whether it's just simple questions or sitting down, like I had mentioned, to really go through the process, understand the eligible products, and really using us as a resource. So with that being said, we're going to open it up to Q&A. Feel free to ask any questions. We'll be happy to answer, and if not, we can circle back for one-on-ones.
All right, you got to check our time. I think we're good. I mean, that's got to be one of the fastest webinars you had. But what I want to bring back to earlier is this is what we know you're inundated. Your email inbox is inundated. So please know when we do reach out, we're trying to give you the most up-to-date information that we feel is going to be important for you. So if we don't have any questions, you're free to go. Go on your day. Have a great weekend. If a few more questions come through, we'll answer them. We'll be here. If not, we'll reach out in the next few weeks. Have a great weekend.